Hey everybody, it's Nickolyn, and today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial. It's been, it seems like eons since I've actually done a beauty tutorial on my channel. The reason why I'm doing one today is because my studio where I teach, the group is going to go perform, and they asked my advice to teach them how to do a kind of dramatic stage eye. So today I'm going to be using, as usual, all drugstore beauty products, and I really kind of boiled everything down to items that are either very easy to find or that you would already have. So I'm not going to use like $20 glitter that you'll never use in your entire life ever again. So I'm really trying to use items that you already have to make this super simple and super affordable for you. So let's go ahead and get started. For stage, the very first thing I'm going to do is just kind of put a little bit of a primer on my eye. Now I'm not really using an eye primer. I'm really just putting my foundation on to my eye. This foundation that I'm using is just the Stay Matte foundation from Rimmel. And I'm just kind of packing that onto my eye just so that I have a nice clean base when I start layering all my products. And then I'm going to go ahead and just set that with just some of the powder that I have in the same shade as my skin tone. One thing that I should mention that I already did before I started filming was fill in my eyebrows. Now I'm somebody that fills in my eyebrows every day anyway, but even if you're not used to filling in your eyebrows, I would suggest doing it for stage, just because when you put on that heavy eye makeup or your dramatic eye, you're gonna lose the frame of your face if you do not add a little bit of color. So even if you're happy with the shape of your eyebrow, just go ahead in, and taupe seems to be, in my opinion, a universal color for everybody. So even people that are light brown haired or light blonde haired people, the taupe seems to work really well. So you can go ahead and use a taupe eyeliner pencil or even an eyebrow pencil and just kind of fill it in lightly so you don't lose yourself on stage. So now that I have a blank canvas, I'm gonna go ahead and start building the eye. The scariest thing about doing a winged eyeliner for most people is getting it even. And trust the fact that even makeup professionals still get scared a little bit when they do a winged eyeliner. So I kind of like to do that first if I can, and just get a kind of a ghost line or a guideline going for myself. Now there are two ways to do this. One is just freehand without any guide, and then I'm going to show you how to do one with a quick guide. So first I'll do the freehand. I'll do it on this side. Now when you're doing an winged eyeliner, you can go ahead and do the top of your eye as you normally would. And what I'm using here is just a brown. I'm going to go over it with a black, but like I said, this is my guideline for just kind of getting a ghost line on there, and then I can always go over it with other darker products. So once I have the top kind of lined, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to lay it right here. Now if you're wondering, you know, which angle you would follow for your eye, you want to follow the area that would come up from the lower lid. So in other words, my lower lid wouldn't jut out like this, and it also wouldn't come up like this. So I want to keep it in the same line as my lower lid. So what I like to do is I like to set it right there, and then I do this little move where I go like this, and I kind of blink my eye at the same time as I flick the eyeliner, and then I do it again, and as you can see there, you're already starting to get your little wing happening. And then once you have your kind of little guideline there, you can extend it out as far as you'd like it to go. Okay, so that's how I would do my ghost line without my tape. Now, as a little guide here, I'm gonna just take some plain old Scotch tape. I want to take the sticky off of it. I don't want to stick this to my face full stickiness. It's not trying to exfoliate my face with this tape, especially around the delicate areas of my eye. So really take the sticky off. You don't need to spot weld this onto your face. Since I have a nice straight line with my tape, I'm going to take this, and now I'm going to use this to find that guideline. I'm going to take this tape line, or a piece of tape, and I'm going to line it up right at the base of my eyelid so that it would just extend up. So see, it's following that line, okay? Take my pencil and just draw, and I can draw over it and start to kind of get my guide going there, okay? Take it off. We hope that it is about the same, and it is. So then at this point, if you totally screw it up, you can go in with your little Q-tip or, you know, whatever you like to use to remove your makeup with a makeup remover, or leave in a little bit of water if you'd have to, and you don't have to redo your whole eye. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do with the brown also, I'm gonna do the bottom. So I'm only gonna do the outer part of my eye. I'm not gonna go into the waterline yet, and I'll tell you why in a second. The next step I'm going to do, I'm going to start to build the crease of my eye. So what I want to do is take some products, and instead of going straight on with the darkest color I have first, I'm going to build it on there. The very first thing I want to do is, and this palette that I'm using is the e.l.f. Everyday Smoky Eye Palette. Take this light one, and I'm going to, even though that's almost exactly like what I just put on for my powder, it's actually almost the exact same shade. I'm going to go on, and I'm just going to, again, cover the entire lid all the way up to the brow line. So now I'm going to start building. I'm going to take some shades in colors now that lead up to this darkest shade that I have. I'm going to start building my crease. So I have that darker brown, and again, any dark brown that you have in your collection will work just fine. And I'm going to take my brush, and I'm going to lay it in the crease of my eye here and just start kind of building. For stage, your makeup does not have to be pristine. This is not Instagram. You're not going to be, you know, photographing your eye like this. So really, for just normal stage makeup, you don't have to be an expertise. So if you're worried about that, please do not. So the only thing I'm doing here now is going into the crease of my eye, and I'm also taking it down kind of over that wing that I created. You want to kind of blend as you go. You don't want to have any streaks or anything like that. I want to take the, and this is a dual-sided brush, but this one is a crease brush. You don't need a ton of brushes for this tutorial. I think I'm going to use 4 tops. So I'm going to take the side of that brush, and now I'm going to start putting it into darker colors. Now, at this point, I don't like going into black, but if that's all you have, then you can start using black. I like to start on the wing and start to kind of draw that up. Again, you're kind of making a ghost line, and I'm going to do a triangle here, or a arrow, or an angle, however you kind of want to see it. And I'm going to start, again, building into that crease. So just, again, going in a little more precise this time. We're building definition. We're literally contouring the eye. And then in between, in case I have any harsh lines, I'm going to go back over with my angled eyeshadow brush and just kind of go around all the edges and start to blend. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to start building on that wing that I have going on. I have just a simple black eyeliner. This one just happens to be Wet n Wild. It's as sharp as you can, so I really sharpened it. And I'm gonna go in now and I'm gonna go over that ghost line. So start with the lid again and just follow along that line. It's gonna go over and go on top of my wing. And I think you can see at this point, it's very angular. We're gonna go in a second and we're gonna fill that in. So I'm gonna do the other eye. Okay. I don't have to worry about the bottom yet. I'm still gonna work with the top. So I have wings going on at this point, but in order to get that nice kind of voluminous cat eye, I wanna go in and I wanna connect the dots. So if you're looking at your eye here, you can see it's a steep angle. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna connect the dots. So I don't like starting from here and just going for it. I feel like that's setting you up for failure. So you're gonna start kind of like just filling it in as if, you know, it's like a sink and you're slowly filling up the bowl, the kitchen sink, with water, okay? So you're gonna start down here, you're gonna fill it up. And then when that looks good, you're gonna go a little bit more. So already, I don't know if you can see, I'm starting to build that cat eye, okay? Now, the reason why I like to do the fill up the sink method is because if you start up here and you go across and you draw on your whole eye line, you draw on your whole eyelid, and then you open your eye and all you see is black, you've obviously gone too far. Now you gotta go in, you gotta fix not only the eyeliner, but also the building that you did of your eyelid. So you like to do a little bit at a time because every eye shape is a little bit different. So do a little bit at a time, take a step back, look at it, okay, you know, then go back in and fill in a little bit more. For me, I actually like this for my eye, and I'm gonna stay there. That's what I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna go in, do the same thing on this one. Keep in mind that your eyes are two different shapes. So one side, my left eyelid tends to be a little more droopy. You can usually see more of my left eyelid than you can my right eyelid. So I can usually put a little bit more and make the line thicker on my left, and I should, in order to make it look even. So I've got my cat eye going on the top. Now, I want to start going on the bottom because I don't want to do the total top and then forget about the bottom and not know how it's going to look. So I'm going to go in, and again, first, I am not going to go into my waterline yet. So I'm just going to do the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little flick out. I'm going to match this angle, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to match this angle, and all I'm going to do is start to flick this out a little bit. Yes? Do we see where we're going with this? And it doesn't have to match the top in length either, okay? I have created a double winged eyeliner, okay? So now I want to use my white eyeliner pencil. Again, this is a cheapo drugstore brand. This is New York Color. It's just white. And I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna pull down my eyelid, and I am going to go on the waterline. And this is because on stage, if I am filling in my entire eye with a dark color, I'm gonna close in my eye. So I want to make sure that my facial expressions are gonna be seen on stage. And my eyes don't look like little tiny beady eyes. And the white's gonna open up my eye. So I don't know if you can see that, but it gave me a more open eye look. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun with some color. It is a blue. I'm gonna go in with that same brush and just kind of pack a little bit on my brush. And I'm gonna go in here and I'm just gonna add a little bit to the side. And I'm kind of packing it on, and I hope this is picking up on camera, but I'm just adding color to that already kind of dark spot that I created with my black or gray eyeshadow. Just because I'm using blue here, if you have a brighter blue, you can use that. I'm just kind of using the colors that I have, so you can kind of see the difference between that one that I didn't do and that one that I did. And again, just kind of blending as I go. Now you're going to take a small brush and you're going to wet it a little bit. I'm going to use this color right here. So I'm going to use that nice bright blue, or I'm sorry, that's a purple. And I'm going to take my moistened little tiny brush and I'm going to add some of the water just into the product. Now if you have a liquid eyeliner or something like that, that this would make life much easier for you, use it. I do, but like I said, I want to try to use products that everybody would have. So I'm going to take that brush now and I am going to draw right along that wing that I just made, and I'm going to add a little bit of color. Okay. So you can kind of see that, I'm hoping. And then I can just keep going over it until I like the intensity. So we've created a nice little pop of color there, okay? Now, just word of advice, if your eyeshadow is moist, leave it out, okay? Because you do not want to get mold in your product. So leave that out to dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in and redefine this wing that I've created. I tend to like liquid eyeliner because I feel like once you've done all this, it's kind of easy just to go over your guidelines. So I'm just going to line the top part and I'm going to go and flick it up. I like to do a little at the end because it gives you that nice point at the end instead of just resting there and leaving it kind of a blunt end. I like that nice kind of swept away look for my eyeliner. And you can do the bottom if you want to a little bit on the ends. Just to give yourself a little definition there. So we are almost done with our eyes. We just want to go in now and put some highlights on. I like to use just this regular white eyeshadow, and you can use your brushes if you want to, but I really like just using my good old finger. And I like to start on the inner corners. So I go in and I put some highlight on the inner corners. And then sometimes I like to add some just to the very top of my eyelid. I don't want to start covering it all up because I'm going to wash out what I just did. So I like to just put a little bit right there just to define it a little bit. And you're going to go to the top of your brow bone. Good. So now we have put some extra dimension onto our eyes. Rest of it to do is just do your eyelashes. You could use fake eyelashes if you like. I heard a cautionary tale about using eyelashes. Don't get like the biggest, fullest tarantula eyelashes that you can possibly find, because think about the stage, your lights are coming from overhead. If you have these big eyelashes on, you're going to create a shadow underneath your eyes, and that's not going to look good. So I am going to just use my very favorite ever mascara, which is the L'Oreal Double Extend mascara. It's the one with the primer or the beauty tubes on the one side and the actual product the actual mascara product on the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this so that you guys can see kind of sort of what it'll look like at the very end. I'm gonna let that dry for a split second, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the lashes, or not the lashes, some mascara rather, on my bottom lashes. I do like to do that for stage. Now I'm not using the L'Oreal, I'm just using a Wet n Wild, the Mega Protein mascara, and this is the one that I actually did a review on my blog. It was a $2 mascara. If my camera, whatever, focus, there we go. Okay, so it's like $1.97, and I'm just gonna apply that to the bottom lashes. Now the top lashes are dry. Well, they're still tacky, and that's how you want them to be with the L'Oreal Double Extend. So I'm gonna go back in and now apply the actual product, the mascara, onto the beauty tubes. Okay, so I have my eyes done. My battery's about ready to die, so I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna do my foundation so that you can see the finished product. Okay, so this is our finished look. And really you could do whatever you wanted to complete this. You know, it would look really cute to put little diamonds going up this little wing or anything. Just a few really quick tips. Make sure that you use some sort of setting spray. NYX makes a really good one. I also like e.l.f. Also be sure that you go down onto your neck with a little bit of powder. Also go a little bit heavier with your bronzer and your blush. Remember, bronzer goes where the sun would naturally hit your face. Blush goes right here. Go a little bit heavier. Also, cautionary tale, be very careful. Even though you'd like to buy one lipstick and share it amongst the group when you're performing, make sure that you always work off of a palette or a spatula so that you do not share and share like your germs. Everybody has germs, so please do not share that stuff. I want to thank you guys for watching my beauty tutorial of how to do a performance eye. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please hit like below. Also subscribe to my channel, it really helps me out. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. I'm everywhere, Nickel and Dime. Go visit my updated web address, www.nickelanddime.com. And again, thanks for watching, you guys. Bye. See you soon.